I asked my daughter to share her wedding with her pregnant sister. She refused, so I struck her. Now she has completely cut me off. Anna, 28, and Lily, 25, are my daughters. From an early age, they showed very different personalities. Anna was always independent, rarely needing help to manage tasks. Lily, on the other hand, was more fragile. This isn't said with criticism. She struggled with health issues, anxiety, and difficulty adjusting in school since kindergarten. As any mother would, I gave Lily extra time, care, and financial support. What else could I have done? When Anna reached her teenage years, she once complained. She asked why Lily could use her makeup without asking, or why I had purchased new makeup for her from Sephora. My response was always, "She's your sister. You should support each other." At the time, that answer seemed enough. During college, we provided both girls with tuition and living expenses. Anna was the first to become independent. She moved in with her partner years ago, and they both have stable jobs and good financial habits. Lily still lives at home. She has faced relationship troubles, switched jobs often, and hasn't yet found stability. So when Anna announced her engagement, we were thrilled. Her fiancé Daniel is a good man. 6 months later, she had arranged a small but elegant wedding at a vineyard upstate. We agreed to contribute about $10,000, a meaningful share of the costs, while Anna covered the rest. She was overjoyed with the planning, from dress fittings to cake tastings. 2 months before the wedding, Lily asked to speak with me privately. Nervous and trembling, she told me she was pregnant. She and her boyfriend Ryan wanted to marry before the baby's birth, but had no money, no plan, and no idea how to begin. She asked for help. At first, I wanted to say no. We were already supporting Anna. But her words lingered. What if we just use Anna's venue once? I didn't mention not wanting my grandchild born outside of marriage, but I did bring the idea up to my husband. He immediately said no, warning it would cause chaos. Still, he suggested, quietly, that we might ask Anna if she would agree to a joint wedding. I couldn't stop thinking about it. Anna already had her life arranged, while Lily was just starting out with a child on the way. Couldn't Anna make a small sacrifice just this once? We weren't asking her to cancel or delay her wedding, only to share the day. Families make compromises, don't they? I organized a brunch with fresh fruit salad, mimosas, and Anna's favorite quiche. Lily tried to look her best despite her nerves. Anna came in glowing with excitement, showing photos of the venue, her dress, and the cake design. I stopped her mid-sentence, took her hand, and said I had important news. I told her about Lily's pregnancy. Anna hesitated, then congratulated her warmly, hugging her and promising support. I felt relieved and said, "This is going to be fine." Then I added, "We want to ask you something." Her expression changed. I explained Lily's wish to marry before the baby's birth and her financial struggles. I asked if Lily could use the venue. Anna froze, then asked, "You want me to cancel my wedding?" "No, not cancel," I said. "Just let your sister marry that day in your place. You already have stability. She needs this, and the baby shouldn't be born outside of marriage," Lily pleaded through tears. "Please, Anna. Everything goes right for you. I need this." Anna, still calm, said no. She explained she had planned for 6 months and couldn't just give up her wedding day. I tried persuading her that Lily would be grateful and that, as the older sister, she should understand. Anna stood up and said if we pushed further, she would leave. Before she could, Lily lashed out. "You're selfish. Everything always works out for you. Why can't you help me this once?" I tried to reason with Anna, saying Lily had no other support and that we couldn't afford another wedding. I added that her father was covering 30% of her budget, so I had a say. Anna looked stunned. "You think you have a right to my wedding?" she asked, before leaving with visible disappointment. The room fell silent. Lily cried, and I sat there, thinking it shouldn't have gone this way. But I still believed there was a fair compromise. Maybe Anna could share her wedding, if not give it up entirely. That seemed reasonable. When I suggested we approach Anna again, my husband warned that we had already gone too far. But Lily looked at me each day with pleading eyes, as if her entire future depended on me. I couldn't let it go, so I arranged another lunch. I told Anna it was only to talk, to apologize, and that we wouldn't ask her to cancel. She agreed to come. She smiled tensely. We barely spoke while eating, exchanging only a few polite remarks. I finished by apologizing, telling her we understood her perspective and wanted to clear the air. Once she seemed to accept the apology, I introduced the new idea. "So, what would you think about sharing the wedding with your sister?" Anna looked confused. "What do you mean, share?" I explained. "On the same day, at the same event, you would both get married. You first, then Lily. Or the other way around. It wouldn't be that complicated. We'd just adjust the schedule, even change honeymoon flights if needed. We could make it work." "Mom, are you serious?" Anna asked. "Yes. It's for your sister. She's sensitive, and your nephew is coming. We thought it could be a special way to bring you two closer." Anna put her cutlery down. "Mom, everything is already arranged. Every vendor, every reservation, every detail. It's not as simple as you think. And besides, this is my wedding, not a shared event." At that point, Lily spoke up angrily. "See? I told you she wouldn't agree to anything. She doesn't care about anyone but herself." I tried again to calm the situation. I said it was only a suggestion, not something to argue over. I asked Anna if she could at least help by making a few changes. I even proposed adjusting the date slightly to make things easier. Anna stood up, visibly hurt. "You really thought I would accept this? That I'd give up my wedding just because you say so? Do you know how much this has cost me? How much it means to me?" Before she could continue, Lily shouted, "Everything costs you. It's always about you. You don't know what it's like to start from nothing." Anna turned to me. "And you, Mom? Did you ever think about what I want? Or do I just have to keep watching you choose Lily over me every time?" I didn't think it through. It was a reaction. I slapped her. The silence after was heavier than the slap itself. Anna didn't cry or yell. She just looked deeply disappointed. Then she said quietly, "I won't do it. And if you still believe you can attend my wedding after this, then come. But my sister is not invited, not even as a guest." She walked out. Lily broke down crying. My husband was stunned. I could only hope Anna would calm down, that she would change her mind. After all, what daughter would truly shut her mother out of such an important day? To me, that would be unkind and unforgiving. I reassured myself that Anna didn't mean it. She was angry in the moment. She would want us there in the end. She would expect us. So we didn't cancel anything. For Lily, we even had a new dress made, stylish yet modest, so she could look appropriate even if she wasn't the bride. My husband gave no clear answer. When I asked about his plans, he only replied quietly, watching us in silence. "They're not going to stop me from seeing my daughter get married." On the wedding day, we got dressed and ready. I held tightly to the invitation, convinced it proved we still belonged there and that things could be worked out. We arrived early at the vineyard, prepared to take our seats, but security stopped us at the entrance. "Names, please." We gave them. The guard looked down at his tablet and said, I'm sorry, you're not on the list. Trying to laugh it off, I showed him the invitation. We're the parents of the bride. Oh, he protested. What do you mean? You're going to leave us outside? Yes, I don't want you ruining my day. You already tried once. I don't want to share my wedding, and I don't want you here. Not Mom, not Lily. My husband reminded her. But we paid 30% of the budget, $10,000. So what? Anna replied. If you want it back, fine. I'll repay you, but I won't let this happen again. This day is mine. I don't want scenes or manipulation. Lily screamed. So you ruin everything. You can never do anything for me. She rushed toward Anna, but was blocked by security. Guests turned, whispering, many recording on their phones. The noise grew, like a wave of judgment spreading across the crowd. My husband quickly pulled us back to the car. Lily cried. I shouted that Anna couldn't treat us this way, that it wasn't fair. Before closing the doors to the venue, Anna added, and Mom, as of today, forget about the money I've been sending each month to help with bills. It's over. I yelled back, you can't do that. You're selfish. This is your fault. But she walked away. My husband drove us home in silence. Once there, he'd locked himself in his study, leaving me at the dining table in a wrinkled dress, makeup ruined, and the heavy truth that my daughter had erased me. The next day, it felt permanent, as though Anna had crossed my name out of her life. The house was quiet. My husband avoided me. Lily stayed in her room. The silence felt as solid as stone. I didn't know what to do. Then, out of habit, I scrolled my phone. In a neighborhood Facebook group, I saw a link. Did you guys see this? It was a 2-minute video. I already knew what it was, but watched anyway. The shaky recording showed us at the venue. Me yelling, Lily trying to reach Anna, security intervening. Anna's cold stare. The headline read, Toxic Mom Crashes Daughter's Wedding to Force Second Bride. It had spread to TikTok and gone viral, with thousands of likes, comments, memes, and even a Reddit thread dissecting our lives. The reactions were harsh. What a horrible family. The other sister seems manipulative. Anna handled it like a queen. People analyzed my choices as if my family were part of a reality show. I went to find Lily. She was sitting on the floor, knees pulled to her chest, staring blankly. I sat beside her and spoke, but she stayed silent. After an hour, there was a knock. It was her boyfriend, Ryan. I let him in, hoping he had come to reassure her that things would be okay. But he hadn't. He stood in the hallway, looking first at Lily, then at me. In a steady, controlled voice, he asked, Did you really think that would work? Lily looked at him in confusion. I knew. It was overwhelming. That's why I didn't go. I thought it was just another outburst. But you did it. You tried to disrupt your sister's wedding. Now you've become a public embarrassment. What kind of mother does that? What kind of fiancé? Lily broke down in tears. She said she was desperate and acted for their future and the baby because she didn't want to lose him. He shook his head. I'll take care of the child. I won't abandon you in that. But I don't want to marry you. I can't build a family on guilt and manipulation. That's not who I am. And you're not the person I thought you were. He didn't look back. Lily didn't call after him, almost as if she knew this moment was inevitable. She just let him go, then collapsed. Later, I found her sitting on the shower floor, water pouring over her clothes. She whispered things I couldn't make out. When I tried to comfort her, she pulled away. You ruined everything. Her words cut deeply. I tried to explain I only wanted to help and that I acted out of love. But even I no longer believed that. That evening, my husband called me into his study. He closed the door. His tone was calm but final. If you interfere in Anna's life again, if you make one more move, I'll file for divorce, and this time it won't be a warning. It will be permanent. I had nothing to say. I nodded, not in agreement, but out of exhaustion. Since then, he hasn't mentioned the wedding, touched me, or slept beside me. Silence has become his punishment, and it feels harsher than words. Meanwhile, Lily drifts further away. Anna is on her honeymoon, smiling in photos, praised for defending her marriage and her dignity. And I sit here, wondering when I crossed the line. Was it when I asked Anna to postpone her wedding? When I slapped her for the first time since childhood, demanding she share it? Or was it even earlier, when I decided, without admitting it, that one daughter needed more from me than the other? The house is quiet, but not peaceful. My husband moves through his day as if I don't exist, drinking his coffee, leaving for work. Since that night, he hasn't even looked at me. I feel like a ghost in my own home. Lily has also withdrawn. She hasn't showered in days, barely speaks, and hasn't left the house since Ryan walked away. Her face is thin, her eyes sunken. Sometimes I hear her murmur to the unborn child. Other times, she just stares at the ceiling. One night, I tried to reach out, offered her tea, touched her hair. Without looking at me, she said, "Stop acting like you're the victim. You pushed me into this." I couldn't answer. Maybe she was right. Anna hasn't called or written. The last time I saw her in her wedding dress, she told me to forget her, that I was erased. Still, I miss her. I've drafted emails explaining I only wanted to support her sister, that my choices came from love. But I always delete them. Every version sounds like excuses, more manipulation. The video keeps spreading. Now, there are talks of an interview on a local entertainment program. They've labeled it the failed double wedding drama. Online, I'm described as a soap opera villain, a toxic mother. Maybe that's what I am. Maybe I've been that all along and just never faced it. I talk to myself now, asking questions no one can answer. Did I treat Anna unfairly? Did I choose sides because I pitied Lily? Was I trying to protect her, or only trying to avoid feeling like a failure as a parent? I don't know anymore. What I do know is that I've lost things I can't replace. My husband, my daughters, my reputation, and even myself. And now I write this, not to ask for sympathy or redemption, but because I still can't stop wondering, am I truly the one at fault? If you found this story meaningful, please subscribe to the channel and leave your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you in the next story.